What's up? What's up? What's up? We're going to be getting started here really quickly. Market's pumping over $35,000. Is it going to hold? Is it going to break down further? Is it going to break up past that $36,000 mark? We got some great charts we're breaking down today. Everybody hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. How's everybody feeling? Roll call. I want to see some lab coats in the chat right now. We got all the regular OGs in the house. We got Kate Pulliam. We got Sawtooth Tiger, Crimson Caravan, Alexandra G, Red Elephant, Kate Pulliam, Tyler Durden. What's up? Haven't seen you around in a while. Maybe you've been sitting there in the back of the class, but you were here. I don't know, but I hope everybody's feeling well. Hope you're looking good. Hope you're feeling good. Let's get this going, baby. Yeah. Check, check, check. Chicken to China, Chinese chicken. Have a drumstick and your brain starts wicked. Feeling good today, everybody. Feels good to have this market feeling green again. Liquidity coming in. We got some great things to be looking at today. Man, I'm happy each and every one of you are here. I love each and every one of you. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, ding the bell. We're about to get this going. What's up, everybody? How you doing? How you feeling? Good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are tuned in from. Good to see each and every one of you here. I'm streaming from my house today. Had to doing some stuff for my cousin selling his car. I had to be here to have the person pick it up, but I could not go live with you all, so I'm live streaming right now from my living room area. And just want to tell you, I love each and every one of you. Coins are pumping. What coins have you been seeing pump? I don't want to say, don't show me. Don't type in something that's pushed up 0.5%. Don't put something that's pump 2%. We've seen a lot of big pumpers. We saw Near, we saw Solana, we saw Render, we saw Uni. We're going to try and do some of those, but I've been trying to save some of that special TA for the BitLab members. And that is in the Discord. So if you haven't yet, make sure, first off, hit my name's Kellam, by the way. If this is your first time, I guarantee it's not going to be your last time. I don't have my second screen today. So just a single computer with OBS and everything going on. So once I transition to the screen share, I'm not gonna be able to come back. There's just too much going back and forth between windows. But hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, ding the bell. John 316 says, hell yeah. That's right, everybody. How you feeling? Well, let's go ahead and get into this. Where is my screen and cam? Here we go. Make sure you head over to the Discord if you haven't yet. If you are a BitLab member, if you're not a BitLab member, what am I talking about? Head over to the bitlabacademy.com. Join us in here now. You can still use Give Me 30, GIVEME 30, all one word, for 30% off your first month. And that also gives you access not only to all of our courses where we break down everything from start to finish. And we're going to be adding a lot more to this. We got a lot of stuff we've been working on in the background. But also make sure you're following us at youtube.com/@BitLab Academy. But those members in BitLab Academy, we have these member streams that we're basically, we're doing on a near daily, I won't say daily, near daily basis. I've done them 3 days in a row now. Do another one today at noon. So make sure you come down here, hit that interested level. I just posted this in here. Hit that interested. It's you'll see it in the lobby. You also see at the very top in BitLab Discord here where it says one event. Click on that. Click interested. Join us. If you're not able to join us live for that, then you will be able to see the links that I post each time that they do that. And good morning. Now let's go ahead and jump over to what we want to talk about today. We got some things. I posted this back in January at the beginning of this year. That's right, the beginning of this year. And this was basically outlining different factors in the market in terms of what types of players are buying and selling. Let's go ahead and turn this a little bit. There we go. What players are buying and selling, when and where? Are you a smart money? Are you dumb money? All of us have been dumb money. The goal is to be dumb money is few times and is in least consistency as possible. We want to become smart money. So what does that mean? I mean, as you can see right in here, you see this is smart money accumulation. Again, you can't see it behind my face. I can actually go. Can I do that? No, I can't. But if you look on this chart, it's a pinned post, I believe, on my page still. But smart money accumulation here, smart money accumulation down over here. But we can see smart money. This is a hype cycle buyers. We don't want to be these guys. And this is that path that I was suggesting. And structurally, this is not going to be exact to the date. So don't look at this and go, okay, down here, this is wrong. That's not what this is about. You got to be fluid. You got to be adaptable in these markets. And what I was pointing to here was the structure that was likely going to take place. A push up and test of this region right in here, which is exactly what happened. This actually ended up happening twice. It was 1, 2, and I'll show you that on the chart here in a second. But then we pushed up, and we've yet to kind of come back and test this region. Essentially, what we're talking about here is, where's Bitcoin? This is the 1 hour chart. Let's get out to the 12-hour chart. This is that area. This is that same area that I was just talking about, right in here. This area right in here. You see this? Push up, boom, boom. Now, if we look at this on the chart, we can see push up. It did that pullback, but it reattempted it. But this was much stronger than we could have thought of, and it got rejected again. But now it's done that push up, break above this level. What is that on this chart? Push up, break above this level. Now, are we going to get a little bit of a retest here? Are we going to rocket ship up to past 45,000, up into the 48,000, the golden pocket? Why do we care? Why could we even assume, oh, Kelly's just making things up, or analysts are just making things up, hoping it would go up there? And I posted this, remember, back in January, and I'm not convinced we'll hit that before the halving, but the charts tend to do things on a repeated sort of basis. There's structurally things that price do that happen over and over again. And what that is a response to the psychology of the participants in the market. Has really nothing to do with price. Price is only a visual map on a chart that gives you an indication what people's psychology predominantly is in the market. Is the narrative bullish or bearish? Where is the strength in the market? So if we come up back over here to Bitstamp chart, we're going to go out to the 3-day. We're going to zoom this down just a little bit. There's a lot on this chart, but that's okay. Stay with me here. I want you to notice something here. From this top to this bottom, this is the 2017 top to the, we have this descending triangle, descending level of support, resistances, flat level support. Bottom fell through. Okay, great. On the move up, how could we predict where we likely will get some resistance, potentially a reversal? Golden pocket. Zooming in on this, look, golden pocket, top to that bottom, golden pocket exactly where we reversed. This happens time and time and time again. In fact, if we do it right here, I believe it's another golden pocket move right in here. So let's move that up a little bit. You see this came up and attempted right near, this didn't quite get to the golden pocket, but very close. It's like dropping a ball. If you don't change the type of force that's involved with dropping the ball, it's going to bounce to roughly the same height each time. That is the market makers and taking advantage of where they think price can likely go and how far they can push retail to get up there to give them better exit points from taking, basically smart money's buying here. They take some profit here, send it back down, get better entries down here, and then ride this up to the top and start taking profits once we break previous all-time high. And we know this because we can look at things like, let me actually pull this up, glassnode.com. Let me actually come over here. I got to go out of this window for just a second. Focus cam. There we go. Let me log into Glassnode. We know this based on the behavior of different wallets on chain. We know this based on what's going on with different wallets and their interactivity with buying, selling, increasing in supply, decreasing in supply. We can track the people that are making the most money in the market, so why the hell would you not do it? If you think on-chain is not something you should be looking at, then you probably shouldn't even be in this market because you don't understand how to find an edge. And I'm telling you right now, on-chain is my favorite. And by the way, in the BitLab Academy, we have an entire on-chain analysis course here with, I think, 19 or 20 different charts broken down, giving you an indication of how to identify market cycle tops, how to identify market cycle bottoms, how to identify when big moves may be coming based on on-chain activity. Did I come back over to the right thing right here? Let's go back. This is hard without my screen switcher. Right here, on-chain analysis, this course right here. Now, coming back over to Glassnode, come into favorites. I set up a bunch of favorites. You just click on this if you use Glassnode. Just click on favorite and it builds you a little list of favorites. Where is wallets with over 10,000? Here we go. Addresses with over 1,000. How about this? Now what happens? We zoom in right here. What happens? We break. Remember, 2017 was the high, and the high was about $17,000, $18,000. That was roughly 19,000, about right here. So we're seeing a strong increase right here, and then a strong selling point right here. So these are moderately smart investors. I mean, 1,000 Bitcoin is a lot, but also think about 1,000 Bitcoin several years ago wasn't as much money as 1,000 Bitcoin is today. But the point being is here with 1,000 wallets with the addresses with over 1,000 Bitcoin, this was signaling a likely market cycle top here because we're seeing a reduction in expansion of the bullish market, but we're seeing a strong reduction in the wallets with 1,000 Bitcoin. What that could only mean that there's wallets with over 1,000 Bitcoin are taking some profits off the table. They're exiting some of their positions in Bitcoin. And this means smart money, large wallets are selling right here, gives into a bit of market weakness because who are they selling to? They're selling to hype cycle buyers with no conviction. Does that make sense? Let me know in the comments right now. Throw a 1 in the comments if that makes sense. Now, coming back over to Glassnode, I want to actually show you the 10,000. I don't know why I can't see it in here. Go to addresses, boom, addresses with greater than 10,000. Favorite. Okay. Now, this is that same time period that zoomed in. Remember, the wallets with over 1,000 started taking profits. We saw this reduction up here, all the way up in this region. And so on the wallets with over 10,000 Bitcoin, which is a hell of a lot of Bitcoin, regardless, looking 3 or 4 years back. I mean, it's even exponentially more now, right? But where did they start taking profits? This is the mark right here. Let's go ahead and actually zoom this out so we can see it visually with where the price action is, so you don't have to just believe what I'm saying. Okay, this is a market cycle top 2017. Look at where this is. Move this across and look at where the wallets with over 10,000 Bitcoin start reducing their positions into the strength of the bull trend. That is what marks the difference between a smart money manager within this space, smart money And you can be smart money even with $100. You don't have to try and catch up. Be smart with $100 so that you can have 1,000, so that you can grow it to 10,000, so that you can grow it to 1,000,000. If you can't manage $100, how the hell are you going to manage 100 million? We got to be smart here. And we can see this playing out over and over. I want to be this smart money accumulation guy down here. And I want to pay attention to these cycles that repeat over and over and understand that even though we've broken this key level, looking here on the chart, and man, it feels good. I feel right now, man, it feels good to be a gangster, because you've had to be, in some ways, kind of that gangster mentality over the last 6 years or more, especially leading up until, if you got in any time before a year ago, throw a 1 in chat. If you got in anytime between 3 years ago, throw a 2 in chat. If you got into any time before 3 years ago, put double OG in chat, because the further back you go in the market cycles, the more of a gangster you had to be. What do I mean by gangster? I just mean that you had to go against the grain of all normative thinking, and you had to go out there and make decisions where, in the face of everybody telling you were wrong. Now, this is going to become less and less of a thing as we're seeing BlackRock and Fidelity and Michael Saylor and Google and Amazon and Apple. Every one of these players. We've already seen the dominoes start to fall, but every one of these players is going to be involved with Bitcoin, not only on a personal level, but also within their businesses and their business services. So the further back, as this progresses on, the further back you got involved with Bitcoin, the more incredible it's going to be for your future. Now, it doesn't mean you've missed out. We still have plenty of work to do. We have a lot going on, especially coming into this next halving. The next halving is roughly about where this line is. Let's go to the daily chart. And we've been talking about this a lot. But let's go ahead and delete these, because I'm feeling so bullish right now. I do still think we'll get a correction at some point. Who's to say when? This is why you hedge yourself. This is why you still don't just throw money all on leverage to go out there and just. I do think things are feeling very strong right now. We very well could be pushing up and testing into this $38,000 here in the next week. But in the same token, we very well at some point, we still need to come back and test this key level down in here. Let me make sure that I can't see chat or anything. There we go. Now I can see it all. I can see it all. The chat is clear. All right. One of these days, I'm going to sing you guys a song. I'm going to bust out my guitar. Got it right there. And I'm going to sing you a ditty here. Not today, but we're looking for this move at some point, whether it's here bouncing or whether things get super bullish and we get a deviation above and we come down like this and test somewhere in this region, this $32,000 to $35,000 region. As it stands right now, we lost $35,000. Does this mean it's all over? No. Let's kind of go through some of the things I want to talk about today. And by the way, we'll do a little bit of TA here towards the end, and we're going to do a lot of TA, all TA in the member stream on Discord. So if you're not getting involved, what are you doing? Get involved in the Discord. Get involved in BitLab Academy, even if it's just to be part of the Discord. There may be some changes in prices soon, and everybody that's in before those things happen is to keep that lower price. Just a little secret trick, just so you know. Okay, this is what I wanted to go through right here. Boom. If that's already did that. If you haven't yet, head over to the BitLab Academy. Let's do a giveaway this week. Come over here to @Academy BitLab. Hit that retweet. Hit the like button. Make sure you're following. Retweet this. Let your friends and family and everybody in your circle know what's going on with BitLab Academy. Share this. We will do a drawing at the end of the week. It will be a good drawing. We're going to be drawing randomly through a couple of the select one of these daily messages that you retweet. We'll identify that one on Friday, which is tomorrow. So it's going to be today's or tomorrow. So come in here and hit that retweet. Make sure you hit the like button too. Now, this is what we're talking about right here. Okay, we had the Fed decision yesterday. We broke it down and had some discussion around it on Discover Crypto. We did about an hour stream talking about all these things. And, you know, it's interesting here. After the Fed decision, futures see a 37% chance of another rate hike ahead of rate cuts beginning in June 2024. They did signal that there will be cuts in June 2024. Will there be another rate hike? Do you think there's going to be another rate hike? Or do you think with everything going on global economically, global socio-politically, I mean, war, looks like it's becoming regional, looks like was it all orchestrated so that we could have reasons to print money? That's going to be a Druth question right there. Who knows? All we can do is people send love to all the innocent people on both sides. You can't just pick one side. There's innocent people on both sides, and just show love and compassion. And then us being in markets, all we can do is look to the data and figure out how we're going to navigate our money so our friends and family that we have direct control over, direct impact on, that we can navigate these markets. And so briefly after the last Fed meeting, we saw rate cuts projected out until September 2024. Interestingly, odds of rate cuts into March 2024 are also rising now at 11%. So we got some kind of shifting sort of sentiment about what's going to happen with the rate hikes. Why does this matter? Why do we care? It's because it has to do with where the market is going. And I'll pull up that chart in a second. Also, this decoupling potentiality of Bitcoin and traditional assets. Is now the time? Do you think now is the time? I think that domino has fallen. Doesn't have enough momentum to continue knocking over the rest of the dominoes. I think the bricks, the foundation of this decoupling, are slowly being built, and I do think we are on our way. We're just seeing some good things around the market. Now, look at this. Good news for Coinbase. Good news from Coinbase for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin futures trading is now regulated according to Coinbase. The good news is that Coinbase Financial Markets are now allows U.S. traders to trade leverage regulated crypto futures. So Coinbase Financial Markets, CFM, is Coinbase's subsidiary that has gained NFA approval to provide regulated derivatives products such as cryptocurrency futures. Now, this is going to be interesting to see how this all pans out. This is going to be in the advanced area. If you do use Coinbase, you can go into Coinbase, and when you go to trade, you can go to advanced, and it basically brings up a more professional trading desk, digital trading desk there. It's going to be interesting to see. I know it's going to be, I don't want to say fractional, but it's going to be, what's the word I'm looking for? I saw it here earlier, but it's, where is the word? Basically, it's not going to be like you're on a Bybit or Phoenix or some of the other even scarier ones where you can do 100x trades. It's going to be regulated. It's probably limited to 3 or 5x or something. It's also going to be they're going to be having a lot of protections in place, which is actually quite good. But it's nice to see that Coinbase is moving in to offering this because it helps prevent U.S. customers from trading all their derivative stuff on foreign exchanges that are on, because we're seeing issues with that. We've seen issues with that in the past because they're regulated differently than they are in the US. Now, is it good? Is it bad? It's going to be up for you to debate, but this is nice that Coinbase is able to step into the fold here. Now, I'm drinking my coffee this morning. Now, MicroStrategy expands Bitcoin holdings. MicroStrategy expands Bitcoin holdings despite Q3 losses. MicroStrategy, they're still buying. Still buying, but they're also up. I think they're up like $900 million or something already on their investment. But the point is, if you have a long-term vision with Bitcoin and you have the audacity, the strength to stick to your plan and have a long-term vision, then there's no bad time to buy Bitcoin. If you're willing to hold and understand that we have these cycles that push up, break down, push up higher, break down to a higher low, push up, break down, scare you, but it's still a higher low, push up, much higher high, and then break down again. It's so scary again. It's happened enough times now that we can understand the formula for which the Bitcoin cycles operate. Now, we got another good news story here. Fidelity Investments Director of Global Macro on Bitcoin. I think of Bitcoin as exponential gold. Why do we care about this? I'll tell you why we care about this. We care about this because, yes, we all know this, We've heard this. We've seen other people talk about it. It's not like this is a new story. What this signals, it's another positive thing, building those blocks, that foundation of awareness and trust with the broader ecosystem out there. All those mom and pops, your Aunt Linda, Uncle Larry, you know, my mother, who's she's so risk averse. You know, you see how into crypto I am. She's so risk averse to this. It's not even funny. I almost think I talked her into getting some GBTC since she won't go into the crypto ecosystem. I did get her to get MicroStrategy though. But the point is, when we're seeing Larry Fink, and now we see the director over at Fidelity talking about it, we're going to see this more and more. And it's basically just like marketing. You think marketing doesn't work? Is it annoying when you see all these Coca-Cola ads? Why do they need to advertise something that everybody knows about? Because it keeps it in your mind. And the more it's in your mind, the more you trust. You're building trust. And it's said that with any new product or new thing that you're seeing for the first time, the average person needs, I think it's like 7 to 11 touches. 7 to 11 touches before they're willing to consider getting it. And now, let's be honest, in the last 2 years, 3 years, especially with the advent of everything being discussed about Bitcoin and crypto regulation and all these different things, this is being talked about on a daily basis. And people are getting those 7 to 11 touches, but some of those are in the wrong way because of pervasive ignorance from people like, what's her name? Elizabeth Warren. And, them say, even the recent reports that Hamas had raised all, $100-something million in crypto, and turns out 99% of that had nothing to do with it. It's like there's ignorance around this. So we need these money market managers and these, to retail, trusted investment bankers and heads of banks and Larry Finks and all these things. We need to have as many of them on our side as possible. And we're going to see that S-curve of adoption. Do you know what an S-curve of adoption is? S-curve of adoption, Bitcoin. Just so you know, this is why every single thing you're doing right now makes it's so important. This is the S-curve of adoption. Let's go ahead and go to images. I just want to show you something. There's this one right here. Boom. Do you see this? No, it says blank. Come on, internet. Work with me, baby. Really? Come on. Come on, daddy. You can see this. It doesn't matter. This S-curve of adoption is basically, we're so early here. There's a better spot to see it right here. Is that loading? Yeah, I think it is. Okay. Is the internet really this damn slow? When you pay for a freaking gigabyte per second internet, how the hell is it so damn slow? Just like with phones, you guys, I'm going to rant here for a second. You guys ever see those advertisements for a phone and the new 4G or the new 5G, the whatever bullshit that they're spinning, and they're sitting there on a train platform and the train is pulling up and they open up their phone really quick on the cell service and they load a page, buy a ticket, boom, and they get on the train as the train's pulling in. Has anybody ever seen phone speed that fast ever? No, they are absolutely bullshitting you. Truly what your phone should say. When you open your phone, it should not say 5G. If you got no G, tell me I got no frickin' G. If I got 1G, tell me it's 1G. Don't bullshit me on the fastest possible thing it could ever be. Tell me what it is. Same thing with internet. If you're paying for gigabit internet speed, you should get a gigabit internet speed on average. Otherwise, let me pay for the average of which I'm getting when I'm using it. That's what grind my gears right there. Sorry, I'm fired up today with this thing's not working how I want it to. But here we go. S-curve of adoption. Look at this. 2022. Look at how fast this comes into 2042. You see this? This is where we're at now in terms of the adoption. People coming into the space. Yes, we've had a lot of growth. Think about how many 400 million people globally. This is what that is. This is, the next 6 billion. We're not going to get all 8 billion, 9 billion people on the planet, but we'll get a large majority of everybody. And when this passes the 10% threshold, 8 to 10% threshold, this is when you get that parabola of mass acceleration of people coming into the space. And if there's mass acceleration of people coming into the space, that means there's mass acceleration of capital coming into the space. So we need to pay attention to everything that's going on right now, because it's going to be an exponential difference in our future. Now let's go ahead and do a little bit of TA before we break this down. Bitcoin, let's go down to the 2-hour chart just so we can get a little bit more clarity here. Look at this. And I just want to point something out. We talked about this yesterday morning before the Fed thing. And I talked about the whipsaw. This is the whipsaw. Boom, trick you long, boom, trick you short, boom, resolve to the upside. Did I not say that yesterday? This is the most likely thing that's going to happen. Trick people, take your liquidity, reverse it the other way, get you to sell or buy again, either depending on what your strategy is, and then only reverse back up to the upside. And now what are we seeing? We got up there and now we're breaking down. How could we have known we might be breaking down? Well, first off, we see right here, look at this momentum switch, this triangle down here on the BitLab trend fuel right here. This stochastics coming down. Let me go ahead and make this big for you. Stochastics are coming down right here. That's when they peak, they start coming down. We have the momentum peak right here. Let's see what's going on the price action leading into this. So this was signaling on this peak here, on this retrace. Great, maybe it's going to break out again, but we're seeing as this pushes up, there's stochastics are coming down into this. The momentum peaked before this peak. This was telling us likely a move coming here. In addition to all this, we've got a bit of a head and shoulders right here. It's kind of a little bit lopsided, but it's still there. We see the shoulder, we see the head, we see the shoulder. Okay, what does that mean? Let's measure it. Option T from the top to the neckline. Measure this down. Let's see. Man, price has already somewhat achieved this. So is this just another liquidity washout? Look at all this selling pressure right here. Selling volume. What is this looking like on the daily? Let's go ahead and delete these two lines. Boom, boom. Okay, there's a positive story here. What is the positive story? We broke out from the bull flag, bull pennant. Positive story is if this on the daily is basically a breakout, retest, continuation. The question is going to be, what happens? Question is going to be, what happens when price action gets to this territory right here? Let's go ahead and delete. Look at, did you see this? I just even noticed this. That target, I did not move this. This target from this head and shoulders we saw in the smaller time frame, look at where this goes to. It's as if the patterns tell you what is most likely. Let's utilize them. Not only do we have this descending level, this descending previous resistance, are we going to flip this to support? It's right here where there's a giant order block as well. Perfect confluence as well as a target to this. So the line that I'm watching for right here is this zone right here at the 34.6 level. This is the area that I'm watching. And if we lose that, we're going to want to watch for a liquidity washout to the downside and either a retest continuation or a liquidity washout to the downside, break back up and then move. But there's one thing we're forgetting, everybody. Everybody wants this just to go up. We have to remember, what has this done two times before? Push up, a lot of liquidity washouts both directions, breakdown. I'm not saying that's going to happen. A lot of liquidity washouts both directions. The point here is that there's an opportunity for the price itself to not pick a direction up or down, to literally just chop in these zones. Especially think about how many institutions are trying to get in right now. What makes most sense to them is not for have this continue going up. They understand how to coordinate and move markets to their best favor. So what would make the most sense to them is to keep the sentiment high and basically push it up, get people to commit there, and then, move the price back down, get better prices, and just reaccumulate each time this is coming down into these levels. The question is going to be, is that going to happen? Is the sentiment too high? Is this just going to break through? If this does confirm a breakout to the upside or confirm this previous resistance and support, watch for this level again right here at 35.6. If we take that out, then we're looking up here at that $37,600, $38,000 mark. That's all I got for you today, everybody. I want you to notice that the total market cap has had a nice little breakout here. It's about a $20 billion injection. We can see this on the global liquidity. It's starting to round out here. We see Japan just is pumping $110 billion into their economy. We might be seeing something happening here. We have wars on the globe right now. People are going to need to probably have that excuse now to start printing some money. Watch for this to go up. This will drive prices higher. Now, the last thing I'm going to tell you right here is you had your chance to buy those great buys. I don't think it's necessarily gone, but we are at these stages of the market right in here, this stage in the market right in here. Understand what your vision is and how you're going to get there. Remember, the signal is monetary expansion everywhere. The problem is people are going to lose half their wealth in a few years. The solution is Bitcoin. The rest is noise. I also echoed this. Spread the word. It's time for people to realize they have a choice to hold Bitcoin or not. The time is now. Orange pill, participate in the future and see your portfolio, aka net worth, rise over time. Or you could take the ignorant pill, become poor or stay poor, as mismanagement of monetary policy drives value down for all other forms of currency. If you agree with that, come here, hit that retweet button. And that's all I got for now. I love each and every one of you. Hope you all have a wonderful day. And I will see you, all you BitLab members, in the Discord here in just a little while. Come right here to the events area, hit that interested area, join us in here. And if you're not a member yet, come over here, BitLab members, enroll, bitlabacademy.com, enroll, use Give Me 30 for that discount. And everybody, that's all I got. I hope you have a wonderful day. Adios, muchachos. How do I get to the end screen? Oh yeah, there it is. Boom. Adios, muchachos. Thank you for coming. Thank you for always tuning in. bitlabacademy.com